friends. Today, we're exploring a vital aspect of contract law, defenses to contracts. Contracts create legally binding promises, but there are situations where a contract might not be enforceable. These defenses exist to ensure fairness and protect individuals from fraud, coercion, or other unfair practices. Let's break down what these defenses are and why they matter. What are defenses to contracts? Defenses to contracts are legal arguments that one party can use to challenge the enforceability of a contract. Even if an agreement has the key elements, offer, acceptance, and consideration, certain circumstances can make the contract invalid. Key defenses to contracts: fraud definition. Fraud occurs when one party intentionally misleads another to induce them into a contract. Types of fraud: fraud in the execution. When a party is tricked into signing a contract without understanding what it is. Example: someone asks you to sign a document claiming it's a receipt, but it's actually a contract. Fraud in the inducement. When a party lies about material facts to convince you to enter a contract. Example: selling a car while falsely claiming it's never been in an accident. Fraud undermines trust and fairness, so courts won't enforce contracts created through deceit. Undue influence definition. Undue influence happens when one party uses their power or position to pressure another into signing a contract. Example: a caregiver pressuring an elderly person to transfer property to them. Why it's a defense. Contracts should be based on free will, not manipulation. Duress definition. Duress occurs when one party forces another to agree to a contract through threats or intimidation. Example: a contractor demands extra money to finish a project and threatens to walk away if you don't pay. Why it's a defense. The law doesn't allow agreements made under threats to be enforceable. Mutual mistake definition. A mutual mistake happens when both parties are wrong about a material fact in the contract. Example: you agree to buy a painting thinking it's an original, but it turns out to be a replica. Why it's a defense. Contracts should be based on a shared understanding of the facts. Unilateral mistake definition. When only one party is mistaken about a material fact. When it's a defense, if the other party knew or should have known about the mistake. Example: a seller accidentally prices an item far below market value and the buyer takes advantage of the error. Illegality definition. Contracts involving illegal activities are unenforceable. Example: an agreement to sell counterfeit goods. Why it's a defense. The law won't uphold contracts that violate public policy or legal standards. Lack of capacity definition. Certain individuals lack the legal capacity to enter into contracts, such as minors. Most contracts with minors are voidable at the minor's discretion. Mentally incompetent individuals. Contracts are void if a person is unable to understand the agreement. Intoxicated individuals. Contracts made under severe intoxication may be voidable. Example: a teenager signing a car loan agreement without a co-signer. Statute of frauds definition. Some contracts must be in writing to be enforceable, such as agreements involving real estate. Contracts that take more than a year to complete. Promises to pay someone else's debt. Example: an oral agreement to sell a house is unenforceable under the statute of frauds. Unconscionability definition. A contract is unconscionable if it's so one-sided that it's unfair to one party. Example: a payday loan with exorbitant interest rates and hidden fees. Why it's a defense. The law protects against exploitation and unfair advantage. Why defenses matter. Defenses to contracts ensure that agreements are made fairly, voluntarily, and with proper understanding. Without these protections, individuals could be easily exploited or trapped in unfair arrangements. How to avoid issues in contracts. Communicate clearly. Ensure all parties understand the terms of the agreement. Document everything. Put agreements in writing to avoid misunderstandings. Consult professionals. If you're unsure, seek legal or professional advice before signing. Final thoughts: contracts are a cornerstone of trust and accountability, but they must be created and enforced fairly. Understanding these defenses not only protects you from unfair agreements, but also ensures that you approach contracts with confidence and clarity. Thank you for joining me today. If this helped you understand the importance of fairness in contracts,